Yeah, go ahead.
They go home bankrupt. They can't. Once you call in all those chips, you can't say, "Oh no, I'm sorry, come back." No, that shit not happen, right?
Yeah.
Just like taking the chip.
It's a one-time decision, man. And
That's
and the thing about it too is that you're gonna have the option, to actually say,
yes or no.
I'm gonna take it because just like in his shows and his movies,
Yeah.
They're gonna torture you,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, they're gonna ask you, hey,
do you want to
yes, are you ready? Is it a yes or a no? You know what I mean? So because it's not gonna be like you just basically you just basically you were up one day and then like all of a sudden your chip, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
man.
It was done to you while you're sleeping.
It's not gonna be like that. It's not gonna be like
because
that.
you know what? If that was the case, pursuant to Daniel 12:2, how can anybody be shamefaced if they didn't have a choice to make?
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
The whole shamefaced comes from hearing the truth, okay? Hearing the truth or knowing the truth, and still taking the chip.
Yeah.
You know? Either one of those. You might not have been in the truth, but you heard of it. So what can you say now? You might not, or you could be in the truth and been speaking it like Nate, and still take the chip, and bang, you'll be in shamefaced.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of it. Because the way I see it, man, the worst part about taking the chip, before taking the chip, the worst part is the torture, not dying. Death would be peace. Especially if you're one of the elects. If you're one of the men doing this truth, he says like, "I'm gonna kill you." I'm like, "Yes, kill me right now." I'd rather him kill me than put me to torture. Not say I'm gonna take a chip, but you know what I'm saying? I'd rather have him kill me. You know?
Come on, I got a piece for you. Revelation 9:6. And in those days shall men seek death and shall not find it.
See?
And shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them.
So you only desire things that are beneficial to you. In those days, death is going to be beneficial to you because the torture Esau has ready, like the amount of hell even outside of torture. We're talking about what's it called? We're talking about what's that word called again? We have no food again.
Famine?
Yeah, we're talking about famine of food. Okay, we're talking about you can't even sleep because you're gonna be wild animals. We're gonna talk about wild animals where you're running from a bear. And then just to rest for a bit at the house, next stop you get bit by a snake. Yeah. You know?
No escape, basically.
No escape, man. Yeah. You're not gonna be able to sleep because you don't know who's gonna shoot you in your sleep, shoot you in the head. You know, you could be sleeping on a landmine. You don't know people are gonna be breaking into your house. Yeah. You know, no food, kids. Your parents might want to eat you. You might be a walking meal throughout the whole house. Yeah. You don't know who's plotting on you, man. Yeah. So to get away from all that, you're gonna be like, fuck, let me just die so I can get away from all this. And it's not gonna be there for you.
Because because when you're starving, you know what I mean, you basically go to a point where you lose your mind, man. You're not yourself anymore.
Yeah, you lose your it's what that bath sauce does to you. It takes out your humanism, whatever that word is, takes out the human part of you. Yeah, and then your conscience.
Yeah, and then you basically,
you're like an animal.
Yeah, you're just like an animal.
You just eat when you're hungry. It doesn't matter what you're eating. You just eat.
Your Jordans.
My cats. I saw my cats puke. And I saw, there's two, Judah and Sanu. Yeah. Judah puked, Sanu came around and was eating his puke for him. Bro, that was the most nastiest shit I've ever seen in person. And they're both looking and licking their lips like they just have, when you eat, you're like, and you're like, these cats are licking their face like they just had a great meal. Yeah. I'm like, you just ate his fucking puke. I almost want to spank the cats for doing something wrong, but that's just their nature, right? They don't know any better.
That's crazy.
See, that's the way you're gonna be like, man. When Esau can push you to the limit. Family can push you to the limit where Scripture speak about how famine is the worst
It is
way to die.
It is because reason why is because your body actually eats itself.
Exactly.
And that's pain that actually lasts for a long ass time.
And it's internal pain.
Yeah.
The worst kind of pain is internal pain because like cuts like outside of the flesh, you could easily heal and put something on top of it. But internal pain, you have to cut yourself open to fix it. And when you cut yourself open, you're already creating pain,
Man, you can't. Man, famine is the worst death ever.
It is, man.
But that's one of the Lord's plagues. That's gonna kill 2/3 of our people. There's obviously many different plagues and many different ways to die. But famine is gonna be a big part of it too.
That's right.
That's it on that one. I was reading Revelation 20.
Yeah.
And it says, verse 5, but the rest of the dead lived not again until the 1,000 years were finished. This is the first resurrection. Blessed.
The first resurrection is talking about all of Israel, but it's talking about Esau. Like it's talking about all of Israel, but it's talking about the elect getting the first seat, and then the 1/3, and then 2/3 gonna come back through the elect, and the 1/3. That's the first resurrection.
Verse 6, blessed and holy is he that hath a part in the first resurrection,
which is the elect.
On such the second death had no power.
Exactly.
But they shall be praised of Yahweh Shai and Yahweh Shai, and shall reign with him 1,000 years.
Come on, because I think it's also that Revelation, not 14, but I think 12 or no, maybe it's in Apocrypha, Second Ezra, the 13th chapter. Where basically, he had a vision. He saw Ezra. Yeah, I think it's actually the 13th chapter. He saw Yahweh Shai crowning the elect.
Oh yeah.
Putting crowns upon their heads, man. Because that's what's going to happen for the elect. The guys that you look at being men that bumites or nuisance or people that have demons on them, because that's a lot of these churches. They look at us and they think that Satan is working with us right now. You're in a cult, or you're worshiping Satan. You're doing this kind of stuff. Yeah. That's all those people are the men of the Lord, and those are going to be the elect. Those are the first people that Yahushua is gonna put crowns upon their heads.
Yeah, because like these people are actually insane. They're not in their right mind.
Yeah.
And the only thing that keeps you in your right mind is these scriptures. You know what I mean? Because like the scripture says, it says that to these people, they call evil good and good evil. You know what I mean? So basically, like if you just think about, Esau's kingdom is against the scriptures. The scriptures is right. Esau is wrong.
Yeah.
Basically, these people, they actually think that what they're doing every day, basically, their daily living, what they eat, and basically just, their daily living, these people actually think that that's normal. But but the thing is that that's not normal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But because Esau's been in basically because basically because he's been basically he's been ruling for so long that he's actually able to have basically he is basically able to control the masses into into basically having them think that they're actually normal when they're actually insane, right?
That's right. That's true.
And the only people that are actually normal are the ones that are doing this work.
The ones that is truth.
You know what I mean? Because like everything that they're going through, they know the reason why, and basically there's something else to hope for. The masses are hoping for
the next
Jordan,
the next Jordan, to get a new house with their wife.
Yeah, exactly.
All this vanity, 2 points too.
Yeah.
On what you said there, one point about the insane thing is funny because those Dallas brothers are funny, man. I also remember because the brother says insane, and the word insane means out of health. The body's not healthy. And basically, a good percentage of your body is water. You know, so most of these guys were dehydrated Israelites.
They dehydrated, yeah.
Because
man.
the water is the truth.
You know?
Yeah,
they're dry bones.
They're dry bones.
Yeah,
dehydrated. You know, they're dehydrated Israelites. You know, because this water is the truth, and they don't have it, so they're dehydrated, man.
Yeah.
So they're insane.
Yeah.
Because if you ever watch those movies, those people who are in the desert and they're dehydrated, and then they start imagining that they see a can, and they're a vending machine, they're running there, it's a big cactus, or it's a pit of scorpions or some shit.
Yeah.
Or they might see an oasis, which is a big pond with a tree and everything.
Yeah.
There's nothing there. It's because they're so dehydrated, their mind is starting to play tricks on them.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is for the truth. These Israelites are so dehydrated of the truth of the water, being the scriptures, that their mind is playing tricks on them. They actually think that them calling on Jesus Christ or doing all the wickedness that the brother was saying is actually right. And Esau loves it because Esau, they said Esau is wiser than Daniel because he took away the water so that it'd be easy for them to influence them.
And then also also like if I'm answer that even just like on the physical level, Esau actually he actually pollutes the water that we drink, which
so it makes it even worse.
Exactly, which actually does F you up. But these people actually think that this water is clean.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Was that phosphide? Yeah, baby water. You see, like at my woman's house, her sister, she has a baby water, a big jug of 4 liter. And it has the white Edomite baby that's on all the baby commercials, and in big letters, I couldn't believe it says contains phosphide. I was like, what? I looked around and like everybody's laughing, eating pork. Saturday in the morning or whatever, they're having pork, I was looking around like, what the fuck, phosphide? Isn't that shit that classifies the pineal gland? It makes it harden so that you're not open to the truth.
Yo.
And they're giving the baby so much water. The baby's a Jake going like, no, I don't want any more of this shit.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
See, man, and the thing about Esau is that he actually does that to children because then later on when they grow, they're already
they're already set for it. Yeah, they're fucked.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
That's right. Esau, man, it's been since Jake's been born. Every baby that's born is already under $50,000 debt, right? You're not even in the world. You're in the spirit world, and Esau is already claiming your debt. You're in the spirit world,
Yeah.
So you come out $50,000 debt, bang, slapped on your ass, Esau's already been priming you. Esau's always priming Jake to be ready, so in the future they can it's always priming Jake to be able to be a puppet, priming him to be a puppet, because the Jakes that aren't puppets are called rebels, which is the elect, VMS, because we're going against the grain,
and they say that we're terrorists, we're this and that,
we're heathens, and it's crazy too. Another point too, my second point is because this whole Illuminati thing. Going back to the time of the Rothschild, there was this, maybe I think it was the 1600s, 1700s. I think it was the 1600s. There's a guy named, I'm pretty sure it might be the 1700s, but there's a guy named Shabtai Subi, and basically he was coming in the form saying, I am Christ. I'm the chosen one. I'm sent. And basically what happened, I think it was 1672. 1626, and he lived from 1626 to 1676. So he lived till he was 50. And so basically, at that time, as coming in the form of being, I'm the Messiah. That's what he was saying. He ended up obtaining a lot of followers, like millions of followers. So basically, and this was it was in Turkey, and basically. The Sultan at the time, he gave him. Go ahead.